You wait. It's amazing. I got a test. Where it came from, I don't know. You ask a few questions. One question. Do you know your license plate number? Second question. What's your favorite breed of dog? Third question. If you like cats, what kind of cats? Fourth question. What do you think of snowmobiles and jet skis?
Am I supposed to answer these?
No, I don't want you to answer a damn thing.
Okay.
I can ask those 5 questions. I can tell you if I want to be in an area with you that's we're going to be together for a
No
long
kidding.
time.
That's pretty good. I was like,
I'm not telling you what the goddamn answer is.
I don't want to know, but I like just
But
the
it's strange.
philosophical questions.
No, I don't know if it came, and it's true.
Yeah.
I have a gut feeling. Always go with your gut, not what other people tell you, or you read. Well, you know something. I don't agree to that. Then don't. Just like these old farts like my age, they all get conned out of their money. Well, it must be because their minds are turned to pudding or mush, or they got dementia. Because there ain't nobody screw me on anything. Exception to the rule, I don't know. It's interesting. Here's what you go, kiddies. When you live long enough, you're in a chair in the backyard. Make sure you can sit here and look at the trees and know the birds and see the bushes and see the insects.
Everything's gonna hurt.
Well, who the hell wants to go to an old people's home? Not me. If I got cancer and shit, I want to sit in this chair and die.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to live in some goddamn hospital.
No, I've unfortunately had to see some people waste away, and
I've been there. You live long enough, if you see it, then it's just like, oh, gee, yeah, nah. You get a certain age, everybody's gone, they're dead. That's life. Just like you can drive around town and you see these. Here's another going if you know you're old and you live in the same area. You drive around, you see the street names. You know who the people were. There's nobody around there that knows who they are.
Yeah, what I
Like
asked you about Brook Street, yeah.
Street. That old guy used to live in a corner. He used to scare the hell out of me when I was 8 years old.
Tell me a story about that. That sounds like something worth hearing. Yeah, because you told me once
an old
before.
Belgian that lived here. His name was Emo Van Broek. Okay? When I was a kid, I used to go all over here, and I used to hang around with his grandson. I knew his son. He only had one kid, a boy, Eddie. And
I'm gonna kick my shoes off if you don't mind.
I don't give a fuck.
I love the feeling of grass.
Ask mine all the time. Just do it. What do I care?
Because it's your property, man.
Who gives a shit?
Well, I do, sir.
Why?
You tell me about the old goddamn scary Belgian.
Yeah, and then his eyes, they were outside with milky white. I always thought he was blind, but he's not. Just the way he was born.
Both of them, or just that one creepy? It kind of evens it out a little, I guess.
I guess. And anyways, he worked at Moline Melville, Foundry, all Belgian. But it was funny because his street was named after him. That's all. Off of 25 goes to the city property. That street, I used to know the guy. He worked for the city for 40 years when the city used to make about $4 an hour, not like now, like earlier. But it's just funny. You see all these streets named after people.
Where was the old man's house? Is it still here?
Over there, yeah, on Brook Street.
It's still here?
Oh yeah, cute looking little house. Really cute. I like it.
Just
a story. It's got a nice front porch, and it's at the intersection of Brook Street and the other street. It's right on there.
All right, I'll check it out.
This is irrelevant. Live for the present, hope for tomorrow. We'll never make a stand. We're gonna learn from our wars.
No, the fuck we're not.
Revolutionary War, Civil War. My God, and then yet World War I. Oh, we'll never have another World War. The Great War, because we had mustard gas. All these guys lose everything.
Thanks, 3M.
Here we go. World War II. No, we aren't going to do that. Vietnam War. That was my era because I got drafted. There was a well-fought war for 58,000 guys my age that died.
What'd you do?
Not much. I didn't go to war. I didn't have to go to combat. Praise Jesus for that. And then after that, well, we got Afghanistan. Then we got Iraq. Then we got Iran. Oh, we're never going to go to war again. Give me a break. War is money. Money is controlled by the people who control it all. It's the same shit. You don't worry about what you can't control. I can't control a damn thing. The only thing I can control is my life. I either live it or end it. And everything else is bullshit. Everything's about money. You study the Catholic religion, of which I was one. Went to Catholic grade school for 8 years with the nuns. Went to church 6 days a week for 8 years. Boy, I can see why he's whacked. They're gonna say if they see this.
Where'd they?
Yeah.
What Catholic school? What school did you go to?
Pat's down the street.
Did you? I was just sitting out front of there yesterday because I was doing a thing about St. Mary's, the Catholic school.
Yeah, my
girls' school.
sister went there. I can remember when I was a kid.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
way up on top of the hill.
Yep.
And
Founded
then
by
there's St.
the
Dominic's on the other
Dominican.
side, the college.
Yeah.
They were the same nuns.
Yeah.
The Penguins, we called
Okay.
it. It is. When all the Belgians came here, and that was most of the population of St. Charles back in the day, and a few Swedes, and a couple of Lugans, and a Lugan is Lithuanian.
Okay, I was about to say, what the hell
A
is
Lugan
that?
is Lithuania. Look it up on a map.
Oh
A
well,
little country, Lithuania, not very big.
I know Lithuania, but I've never heard it phrased as a Lugan.
And of course, the Swedes went to a lot of Swedes in Geneva. And there was a lot of Swedes in this town too, but the dominant force was still. And back in the 40s, there were no blacks, none, and there were no Mexicans. 2 families. That was it. And they all, both families, 3 Jimenezes, the Sanchezes, and another Mexican began with an M. And the Jimenezes were born and raised here, and they were good. They had a restaurant. They did a lot of different things. But that was it.
You remember the restaurant name?
No, I know where it was. Texas, most wrestlers got old and died.
Yeah, that was all of us.
That's life.
Yep.
Don't fear it. Don't fear death. It'll give you some relief. That's all death is.
So I'm hoping. What kind of music you listen to?
Vintage rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, man.
I like just rock and roll. I like a lot of the early tunes in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, me too. I listen to all kinds of stuff. But
Right
yeah,
down through the other side, the Doors, just fabulous.
You remember when that album came out? Was that the
65, 66.
That was a self-titled album, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I like music I like In Excess. That was great. I like who the hell was that? I can't remember a lot of names, but I know the music. Just like I can never remember a name, but I'll never forget a face.
Yep.
It's spooky. I can see somebody's face. Did I know you? I'll see him 8 years later somewhere else. I know where I saw him. Weird. But, like I said, it's a great life you don't weaken.
So you raise pigeons. That is a super interesting thing that I'm convinced you're the only guy. I know you're the only guy I've ever met to do it. But I think you're the only guy. I mean, I've done a light Google search.
Well,
I mean, you don't come up either, but there's no like breeders or anything that comes up in the area. Explain what you do with these birds, please.
Well,
if you want to.
Originally, and this is going to be the last. I got to get going.
Yeah. Cool, man. I appreciate your time.
The Belgians came over here. They didn't have cars to drive. They had to have a hobby. And over in Belgium, it's racing pigeons. Okay, they all had pigeons. All these guys all the way down the street. These homes that are all across the street are about 150 years old. And they used to have the St. Charles Homing Pigeon Club. 1913 it started. It ended in 1992. Homing pigeons. You got a coop like this, you got homing pigeons. Okay, they got bands on them. You put a rubber band on them. You had a club. You had a combine. Originally, back in the 30s, they didn't have a truck. They took them out and trained. They go 100 miles, 200 miles, 300 miles. There might be 1,000 pigeons. At home, the pigeon's got a rubber band on his leg. And a metal band determining ownership. Okay, you got a clock in there that's sealed. When the pigeon comes home with a rubber band, he goes in the coop. You take the rubber band off his foot. You put it in a little capsule. You put it in the clock. You pull it. It stamps the time it comes home. From that time, it determines how many feet per second he flew, and the fastest speed wins. No brainer. And that's what flying homing pigeons.
You have any idea of how it works? Like how the hell they do it?
Yeah, you can look it up in the book. It's not difficult. They got the same shit. I'll tell you though, because I don't want to be naughty.
Oh, you're fine.
No.
Yes, sir. I want to listen. I want you to tell me. That's why I asked.
Well, everybody had their theories, but then we get smarter every generation. Theoretically, it's determined by the magnetic field of the Earth. It's determined by the polarization of the sun when it hits their eyes. And some theory was those are the two probably that do it. And they have excellent smell. So they can tell by bodies of water. But I would have to say, eliminating the bullshit, it's the magnetic pull of the Earth and the polarization of the sun on their eye. That's how they determine. Where they're raised, or they're brought, that's where they come home. When I flew pigeons, we went from 100 to 600 miles. We take them the other side of Iowa. No, excuse me, Nebraska. Dump them, they'd come home. Okay, the club was going. You bet on them like racehorses, but it was never that much money because nobody ever had money. They had a homing club down there called Shell Street. It's down the street. It's no longer there. And back in the 30s, we had Prohibition. He used to make home brew beer there. And then the guys, the Belgians, none of these people had money. They take their wagons and take their pigeons down there, drink some beer, get them all ready, and then take them to the railway station. Maybe somebody with a car. And that's what homing pigeons are. Then they had flyers in Batavia. Not very many in Geneva because Geneva is the elitist town.
It always kind of has been. That's kind of still the general
idea.
idea.
Everybody in Geneva always thought they're a little better than us working class in St. Charles. They're true or not doesn't make any difference.
Right. Yeah.
It's a perception.
Yep.
And now, we'll go with the pigeons. And then they take them out. Eventually, we bought a truck, pigeon flyers in Aurora, Batavia, big flyers in Joliet, and we'd have a combine with maybe 2,000 pigeons and 120 flyers. Yeah, they do.
They do.
But it's no big deal.
Can I get one more question in from you about your pigeons?
That's it.
So that's it. And I promise I'm getting my
you can
shit
do it
on.
other time. But
Yeah, I want to come back because I want to talk about your garden. I got a lot of shit I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You also you breed the pigeons for eating,
yes,
correct?
I do. Yes, I kill them and eat them.
Right. So is it the same birds that you're racing?
No, it's the young ones. I like to kill the young ones because they're tender.
Okay.
So
But it
I
is
think
the
a bunch
same
of young
bird. If you
ones,
let them grow up, you could use them as homing pigeons.
Yeah, I don't. I let them fly around. Most of them, I don't let them out. You got to replace old people. You know, the old ones. I had one that lived to be 13, just croaked.
That's one other question. Is how old they get?
About 13, they
All
croak.
right. How long are they functional as racers?
5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And you either use them as breeders or you just wring their necks. But the young ones, you wring their necks. My favorite food, pigeon.
How do you prepare them? I'm a cook.
Same way, like I do all day. I already told you, but we'll reiterate it because we're on the magical side of La La Land here.
I forget about it, to be honest.
A skillet, cast iron skillet. I put coconut oil in there.
Okay.
Can't use olive oil.
Why not? Doesn't
When
get
it
hot.
reaches 130 degrees, it's a carcinogen. It's not good for your body.
Oh.
Olive oil is only good for salads and sauteing. Not good for when it reaches certain degrees. I don't learn this. Smarter people than me tell me this. Coconut oil is no after effect. It doesn't take like coconut. Okay, I brown them on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Put them breast down.
Okay.
Cut up a big onion. Put it all over it. Add 2 cups of water. Put the cast iron lid back on, and simmer it for 2.5 hours. Come back. The meat's almost falling out of the bone, and you're making me so damn hungry I can't believe it. I wish I had someone up there right now to bring their necks and eat. But I mean, it's my favorite meat. The only other 2 meats that I really, really like is squirrel and properly processed venison.
Okay. I'll have to pick your brain on what that means later. But
Squirrel is delicious. I cook it the same way.
yeah, I've had squirrel a fair amount.
And then do brown rice. And then I debone the squirrel and put it on the rice. It's one of my favorite meals. I'll take that over any grown, processed meat there is. I don't give a shit. The only thing I like is that's my fourth is I like lamb. But as far as beef, pork, chicken,
Not a beef guy.
it's crap compared to what I cook, the wild stuff. Pigeon's my best.
Cool, man.
And like I said, great life you don't weaken. And the more you know, the less you need. Live by that last one. Yeah, that's that.
I think we'll do our best. Bernard, man, I really appreciate your time. I'd be honored if you allowed me to do this again.
Yeah,
I'm going to come over and bug you without this damn thing regardless whenever I'm out dicking around town.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't take 3 hours. Like